everybody. Welcome to the Lunar Lowdown with me, Sally Nurney. This is the lowdown for the new moon of April 5th, where we have the sun and the moon together in the late degrees of Pisces, the fishes. When I dropped in to find out what the star beings wanted shared for this new moon, I found myself seated again with the skeleton beings who've been with us for 2 moons. As I sat silently waiting, this skeleton slowly drew flesh to her body, piece by piece, until she became clothed in the being and body of a guide that I know very well. And like the elegant gentleman of last full moon, she put out her arm and asked me to join her taking a walk. And of course, I did. She brought me here to a large body of water. And not only to the water, but into it. We began walking upon the water and then descending down into its thick liquid. As is the way with visions and guides, I could breathe comfortably under there. But I did notice I couldn't move very well. My motions were hampered. My guide laughed at my frustration and said, yes, so too is it for all human beings who, in the clarity of their thinking, have many wonderful ideas, and yet in implementation, we are mired in the water of emotions. We are mired in the density of this place, by which I mean Earth and being a human on it. So we put our heads together to see if we could move forward quickly, and she showed me how to do it. But together we concluded pretty fast that to move with this kind of efficiency and alacrity blindly is worthless. Instead, this last constellation on the wheel of the zodiac, Pisces, this really interesting place, the place where Pisces meets Aries, where the wheel turns. It moves from endings to beginnings. This being of Pisces, before whom the sun and moon stand now, asks you, what are your motivations? What is the fuel in your tank? For me personally, my motivation is about building my faith, rebuilding my faith that stands as the foundation of my personal chalice of receptivity. Bing! What's filling my tank are the activities, meditations, and self-care that build that faith, so that my movements forward aren't blind, but very clearly directed. Because the message here is that as we move to cross that threshold from Pisces into Aries, we do well to ground into something that is bigger than our frail human self. For me, nature, my family, the ancestors, the living intelligence of the land, and the living reciprocal relationships between helper beings, animals, and people. These are the larger containers into which I rest. How about you? What are your larger containers? What do you rest into that's bigger than your frail human self? I'd love to hear in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.